We keep receiving questions from you guys, so yet again, we are ready to answer 3 of the most...
Open the letter mailbag.
Yes, once again, 3 of the most popular questions. So, you guys ready?
I'm burning up my fingers here, but
okay.
Go ahead.
What games are you looking the most forward to next year?
That's how long do we have?
Let's stick to just one of the games.
All right, I'm gonna stick close to the year end. In January, Mass Effect 2 hits, and I'm just so psyched for that. I'm bursting. I'm literally bursting. Step into the frame again.
Yes.
What about you?
I'm just gonna go 1 month more in February.
Yeah.
Dante's Inferno.
Okay.
Only because it looks batshit crazy.
And cool.
It looks absolutely cool. Yeah, it's so cool. It's so screwed up.
I would like to be in on the brainstorming meeting when they say like, hey, let's do a game based on the Divine Comedy.
And take it from there.
Such a great idea.
Yeah.
And
Cleopatra's titties that are spewing out enemies.
The game's got everything.
Yeah, I'll go with Heavy Rain.
Also February, it looks like.
And it looks amazing. I mean, every time I see something new from the game, I just want to play it. And maybe even more than play it, experience it. So, looks really cool. Next question. Was there ever one specific moment in a game that got you hooked for life? Peter, you want to start up?
The earliest one I can remember is actually one that I've mentioned before, and it's in the classic semi-role-playing game, adventure game called Adventure for the Atari 2600.
Nice.
I could finish the first difficulty level when I was like 4 or 5. That was no problem. The second one, never did. But it was so exciting just sitting there playing it. So I think I stick with that.
Yeah, I mean, you have so many memories from you were a kid when you were playing it. I just think that I just like the whole phenomenon about playing and controlling something on the screen. That was the first thing that got me hooked. But
is your controlled need?
Yeah, it's just the fact that something was blinking and there was sound and you were controlling it, and that was the thing. I remember a time when me and my friend were playing Power Strike, the first Alesta game, shoot 'em up, and we finally reached the second level. It's not a super hard game, but it's pretty hard for a couple of young kids. And we were so excited about it, and I decided to see what happened if you didn't press continue.
Oh yeah.
You had to try it, right? And of course we had to start all over again. And I don't think we reached the second level until like months later.
No. Again, for me, it was probably Axelay on the Super Nintendo. Just because I already, at that point in time, I loved shoot 'em ups. I played almost every shoot 'em up on the C64, but when I saw Axelay on the Super Nintendo, it kind of just signaled that a new age had arrived, like screen big enemies and better graphics than what we saw in the arcade. And it was a game that was partly done by the guys who became Treasure later on, so they really know how to build on.
You're so hardcore.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
I'm really
to the
hardcore.
bone.
But seriously, still, Axelay today, amazing game. So.
He was born hardcore.
I think he was born in
He just came out.
Okay, last question for today. What is the one game you enjoy, even though the rest of the gaming world seems to hate it? So, kind of a guilty pleasure game?
Yeah.
You better start.
I have a whole genre that's my guilty pleasure. I'm really hooked on football management titles, and Football Manager is a brilliant game, and I think everyone who is into it would agree. But when it comes to like the gaming community, it's not seen as a true game. It's
numbers in rows, and you move them around.
It's database work.
Yeah, and it's so much fun. I can't. But it is a guilty pleasure. And at one point, I was actually playing like every Football Manager game, football management game that was coming out, even the bad ones. I played them like crazy, and I think I own more than 50. And it's just it's an absolute guilty pleasure. I'm also another guilty pleasure that I have to mention is Crazy Planets on Facebook that I've spent obscene amounts of hours on. It's a brilliant game, but it's a Facebook
I got
game.
you hooked on it.
Yeah,
I'm so glad
It's
I
your
got out.
Yeah.
You guys are not getting my.
I'm still playing with you guys. It's my little avatars.
What about you, Peter?
I'd say maybe not everybody hates, but I think it's compared to most other people that seem to say it's only an okay game, I think it's a masterpiece of game design, and that's Prototype.
Yeah.
There's so many hidden gems in the design of Prototype that I think people
And,
don't
and you are
appreciate.
actually being serious.
I'm actually being 100% serious.
Fair
Prototype is a game designed around the concept of fun, and it doesn't work brilliantly. So I'd say that one of the best games this year. I played it for
Okay.
such a long time.
Yeah, mine is Hellgate London.
I'm happy.
I'll just let it rest right there.
Okay.
No, but I love dungeon crawls, and I pretty much played everything. And even before the official release date was announced for example, Borderlands, I was already telling you that we needed to play it online. So I'm a sucker for dungeon crawlers.
You know, there's a reason why Hellgate London got cancelled.
Yeah, well, I kind of still like it. Seriously, it's still my go-to game in between all the dungeon crawlers that are released today. Like for instance, Torchlight. It's always the game that I go back to, and it's cancelled and it's only living on in Korea and stuff like that. But it's a good game.
That's it.
Yeah, that is pretty much
Says
it.
you.
All right, so we're ashamed of our guilty gaming pleasures, but I'm sure some of you have your own guilty pleasures.
That's it.
That's it.